Hi everyone. I bought a small video on the recap of 2025 year in just 10 minutes and what happened and 5 lessons for 2026. So let's start. So 2025 is one breath. 2025 was a roller coaster. Leadership shakeups, fragile ceasefire, record heat, artificial intelligence acceleration, and even commercial lander touching down on the moon. The next 10 minutes, we will recap the biggest global shift of 2025 and the 5 lessons the world need for coming 2026. So next, political shift and geopolitics. In 2025 began with new leaders and intense political churn. The US returned to a protectionist and hard tariff posture under a new administration, altering foreign policies and trade dynamics. Several countries saw contentious transitions, coup in the part of Africa, youth-led protest, forcing change in Nepal. Analysts widely describe 2025 as a geopolitical inflection point, with a visible shift toward a more fragmented order. By year end, think tanks and a forum pointed to deepening fractures in a global governance, warning that 2026 may open with the fresh flashpoints unless diplomacy catches up. Friends, we know about how the trade tariffs changes the dynamic of the trade between the different nations because of the war, because of the insurgency, and because of many other factors. The next, the war, ceasefire, and diplomacy. The Russia Ukraine war ground on into its fourth year with its with feats and start in the diplomacy, but no decisive breakthrough. In the Middle East, a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas brought a fragile pause and humanitarian openings. Imperfect but life savings. Southeast Asia saw a border clash between Thailand and Cambodia, which is still going on. Spiking regional tension between the ceasefire attempt partially cooled the things. Across 2025, the major outlet highlights that conflict risk remain the world's top concern, and that many of these stories would continue into 2026. Friends, regarding this Russian-Ukraine war, which is still going on since from last 4 years, it is getting out of control. We are losing our life. People are losing their life. The innocent public, children's, babies. The government has to intervene. I don't know, and they had to stop this kind of uh, inhumane which is going on in the world. The climate extremes and energy transitions. Climate shocks defined 2025. Catastrophic wildlife fire, what we saw in California, typhoons and flood in Asia, soaring heat across the Europe. Researchers warn that planet is perilously close to breaching 1.5 degrees centigrade, making adaptations and resilience urgent. Amid the damage, there were energy transitions milestones. Data show the renewable overtook the coal in a global power generation for the first time, with solar and wind carrying record shares of new capacity, even as grid constraint and offshores wind setback and reminded us the transition is uneven. Friends, we are aware about the wildfire in California, typhoons hit the southern part of the Asia, and the heat that is getting more and more globally, and it is causing melting of ice. So these many problems yet to be seen in 2026 as well. Global economy and trade tension. The global economy navigated highly uncertainty, public debt raising, FDI hitting records in pockets. Yet trade tension and a new tariff redrew the supply chain and dampened outlooks. International institutions flagged showing growth into 2026, urging corporations to stabilize the trade and support vulnerable economic situation. Friends, nothing seems well gone in 2025, but we hope expect better to be seen in 2026 with the good decision makers and leadership exemplary. We need to show our patience and perseverance toward this. Friends, AI tech and space technology and artificial intelligence technology had grown a lot. AI accelerated across the industries, reshaping jobs, media, and geopolitics. And while the risk report warned about the misinformation and polarization in creator and media ecosystems. Short form video podcast exploded, and platform funneled more ad dollars to creators. And in space, a historic first. Firefly Aerospace Blue Ghost made a first successful soft landing by a commercial lander on the moon. Friends, there is a good achievement, tremendous achievement in AI technology in space, where we have seen how the AI is making the work more reliable, and other hand, the space technology we have reached and touched the soft landing by commercial landers on the moon as well. Culture, sports, and social trends. In culture, major awards session delivered headline wins. Global fandoms dominated timelines. In sports, packed calendar from cricket to F1 drove massive viewership and intense national pride. The thought line in a fractured world, culture sports provided sheer moments, even as algorithms siloed the audience. Now, the five big lessons for 2026, what we are going to take it in 2026. The first, plan for volatility. Geopolitics remain fragmented. Businesses and governments should scenario plan and build supply chain resilience. Adapt to a climate now. Scale adaptation and resilience while accelerating clean energy and a grid upgrades. Use of artificial intelligence responsibly. Invest in artificial intelligence literacy, safeguards, and governance to capture the gain without amplifying harm. Rebuild economic cooperations, erase trade frictions, target debt sustainability, and protect FDI channels. Back diplomacy, even if imperfect, ceasefire and talk, save lives, and create space for long term solution. Friends, whatever the problems is happening in 2025, let's forget about all these things and try to resolve the problems in 2026. So, going forward, the problems will be solved in a better way, and we can see the peace among the coming generation as well. We try our level best to do all the possible way to bring peace, harmony, and cooperation among the different part of the nations, and give the courage to fight against the global natural disaster. Thank you very much. If this helped you to make sense of 2025, like, subscribe, and share, and comment with one lesson you think matter most for 2026 and what we should cover next time. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye.